Welcome to BBBC News with Isaiah Nazario, Bethany Lippert, Caleb Minders, Brenna Bonowitz, and Nathan Karshins. Enjoy the show.
Good morning, Iowa. Thank you for tuning in to BBC News. I'm Bethany Lippert.
And I am Caleb Minders.
Today's top stories include the release of many prisoners in Cuba and the sentencing of Letha Slauson. Now over to Isaiah with some local stories.
2 people have been shot in Waterloo, according to police. It happened just after 10 p.m. in the 500 block of Cutler Street. Both victims were taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Neighbors said they heard several gunshots. At least one whole magazine was getting unloaded, one bystander said. 10 rounds at least. There was a car crash reported on Highway 218. It happened just after 5 p.m. at the intersection of Highway 218 and 11th Street. Crews on the scene reported there is damage to the front of a car. A semi seemed to be involved as well. Traffic was blocked briefly on 218. No injuries have been reported. The Dubuque police are searching for Janice Resdorf, 45, who was last seen Friday. Police said she is 5 feet 3 inches tall and weighs about 220 pounds. Anyone with information surrounding her disappearance is asked to call local police as soon as possible. Back to you, Bethany.
In one of our top stories, an Iowa mother charged with faking her 5-year-old daughter's cancer and raising money for the cause was sentenced Tuesday. Letha Slauson, 30, pleaded guilty to 5 charges after authorities said she faked her 5-year-old daughter's cancer and raised money for the child who doctors said didn't have cancer or any other disease. She was sentenced to serve 5 years of probation, must continue her mental health treatment, and is to have no contact with her children. A sentence of 10 years in prison was suspended. A doctor testifying at the hearing Tuesday morning said he diagnosed Letha Slauson with an unspecified psychotic disorder. He said Slauson won't benefit from prison because she's already in a prison in her head. Slauson addressed the court and read a letter she wrote. She apologized and said she wants to get better. She said that losing custody of her children is the worst punishment. Due to medication, the voices in her head are going away, and Slauson says she is starting to feel normal. District Court Judge Kathleen Klinowski told Slauson, "You knew what you were doing despite mental illness. Not only did you violate your family's trust," the judge said, "you violated the trust of the community. This isn't just about mental health, it's about crime." Now over to Caleb with news from Cuba. But first, a word from our sponsors.
Have you ever wondered what it would be like to stop wrestling and start cuddling with that unfriendly feline?
Why won't you love me, Mr. Mittens?
And if you don't do anything about it, your cat could potentially destroy your body. Yep, looks painful, buddy.
Hi, Brent Jansen here, showing you how to tame your Tom, silence your Siamese, and how to take that leopard from loony to lame. That's right, folks. For 9 easy payments of $9.99, I can show you how to curb your cat and force your feline to be fantabulous.
He'll play friendly. It'll even know how to roll over. It will even sit in a box. Buy 9 ways to curb your cat, meow.
It has been announced that an agreement between the United States and Cuba is in effect, releasing 2 Americans from Cuban prisons, 3 Cuban prisoners from American prisons, and an additional 53 prisoners from Cuba. These 53 prisoners were assumed to be captured by the Cubans because they peacefully exercised freedom of expression or assembly. They were released due to an agreement between President Barack Obama and Raul Castro in an effort to restore diplomatic ties. Cuba does not admit to holding political prisoners, but the U.S. is continuing to work at helping citizens get out of jail for exercising their universal rights. We spoke with some of the released prisoners, and they had a few things to say with regard to what they wanted changed in Cuba. They asked to remain anonymous to avoid being readmitted into prison. What we the people want to change about Cuba is that we want to get rid of communism completely. And now over to Brenna with the weather.
Thanks, Caleb. We have had a beautiful start to this year other than that 1 week of snow. Today, the high will be 35 with a low of 25 and cloudy. Tuesday will bring sun and a high of 28. A cold front will move across the state Tuesday into Wednesday. Our high on Wednesday will be 15 and a 90% chance of wintry mix. Temps will rebound and climb as we head into the weekend. And now, over to Nathan with sports.
Thanks, Brenna. The local Cornville Warhawks won the state championship in ice skating, which was their 9th title in the last 10 years. The Warhawks ice skating dynasty has led to many people to move to Cornville and surrounding communities. The team was a known favorite for the title this year, and when it came time to show their stuff, they gave it their all and won. In other sports, the men's basketball team lost 132-10 in a great showing. The Warhawks men's basketball team scored the most points in the history of the school, just 10 points. The Lady Warhawks showcased another record. They only allowed 79 points in their loss, this also being a record for the least points given up to the opposing team in the history of the school. In professional sports, there's big talk about the New England Patriots because they deflated balls in the divisional championship. Sources say that 11 out of the 12 balls were deflated. This caused the balls to be easier to throw and handle in the cold weather. We do not know what kind of punishment will be handed down. The Patriots plan to play the Seattle Seahawks in Super Bowl 49. The Seahawks are coming off a 28-22 win against the Green Bay Packers. The NBA is in full swing with many teams showing their stuff. Atop the East are the Atlanta Hawks at 34-8 and the Toronto Raptors at 27-14. The West is led by Golden State Warriors at 33-6 and the Trailblazers at 32-11. The title favorite at the beginning of the season, Cleveland Cavs, have not been playing up to expectations and don't seem as likely to win the title even though they have many key players. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Nathan. And from all of us at BBBC News, I'm Caleb Minders,
And I'm Bethany Lippert.
telling you all to stay beautiful. We salute you, Iowa.